Hey guys, today we are talking about why real estate agents should also focus on investing in real estate as well. Not just being the agent of a transaction, but also being the principal. If you think about any kind of financial transaction, like use the example of a stockbroker. They earn a commission for selling a stock or whatever kind of security to their client, and the client is the principal. And those are the people who make the real money long term. So think about it like this. Definitely plan to pay your bills, make your annual money, all of that from your real estate agent commission. Selling properties, listing properties for your clients, mostly homeowners. But also, on the other side, consider getting into the investor world to build that long-term money, where the real money is, right?
The investor world has so many more possibilities, and that's obviously what we're talking about. Practice what you preach for the most part. I mean, you're already out there. Forget the homeowner side. The homeowner side's great. You're making good money on there. Obviously, the goal of that is to stockpile some of that money and move it over into assets, buy real estate and stuff like that. But you're already in this business, so along the way, learn the investment side of things. We're going to go through a few tips in a second of ways that you can get more engulfed in the investor community and meet more people. But my guess is you've already probably sold a house to an investor to begin with. So why not kind of learn that trade? Because there's just so much more opportunity kind of in that realm of things.
Yeah, a lot of our clients are agents/investors, and it's a really smart way to do it. So let's talk about a couple of ways how to get started. First things first, I would find a local meetup. Using meetup.com is probably the most popular way of doing that, or RIA. It's kind of like the new version of the old school RIA, Real Estate Investing Association. And get involved with the community. Learn what's going on. Make a few friends over there. Start listening to what the people are talking about and what the speakers are covering, and just get your feet wet, really.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And there's nothing also wrong with kind of maybe shadowing one of your investor friends or investor clients that you already have. Who knows? Maybe go out there and throw it out there and say, hey, I'll give you a reduced commission on the next property that I sell for you, or I help find for you, and let me just shadow you through the transaction. Because again, like Chris said earlier, the commission side of the business is fine. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's where the money's made. You're making some of that, but why not take a portion of that and get in and have two slices of the pie, right? Yep. You make the money on the commission side, but then you also can be the investor on the transactions. And keep in mind, there's three types of these transactions: either buy a property, flip it. Right, you save some money because you're the agent side of stuff. You can hold some of these properties as rental properties if you like. You could potentially, who knows, maybe even get creative and partner with someone else on the transaction. So there's endless possibilities. The important part to understand is not just kind of grind in order to make your commission and then your job's over. Figure out ways to turn this business, which is filled of tons and tons of opportunities, and turn this business and learn the investment side of things.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to mention that one more time because Jason went over the couple different transaction types, and I think it's a really good place for agents to start because it's kind of the nuts and bolts of these deals that you probably aren't familiar with. You might have heard of them, but it's not what you do day to day, and that's fine. So the three main transaction types that you're going to want to learn is one, a flip, like Jason said, or a rehab deal, and that's basically you buy a property, you put money into it, and then you list it on MLS and sell it to a homeowner. Like that's a standard transaction. There's a lot more stuff that goes into that process, obviously, but that's a very common transaction type. Another one is buy and hold. You buy a rental property, maybe put money into it, maybe not, rent it out, long-term hold, right? And that's a very important one too. And then there's also wholesaling, which I think a lot of agents probably aren't familiar with wholesaling, or they might be told it's bad to do or something like that. Long story short, you put a property under contract and you sell the contract, not the property, but the contract for a fee to an investor who's going to buy the property themselves. And these can be $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 fees. They can make good money. They're short transactions, they pay quickly, and just learning the mechanics of one of those is going to make you better at real estate.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many more opportunities. There's so many additional opportunities than just buying and selling houses on behalf, for your clients. I mean, that's the purpose of this whole thing. The investment side is such a higher level. And let's be honest, if you look on this on a broad level, like what's your ultimate goal? Is your ultimate goal just to grind every day and make a sale? And it's like, yeah, I have this money in my pocket. I'm just going to keep it in my pocket now until I'm going to go spend it. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one. Well, a lot of the times you can almost double dip or triple dip by doing the exact same amount of work, right? The end goal of all of this, if you do not know, is to grow your war chest, grow your wealth, grow your assets, and you're not doing a commission transaction, you're not growing anything except making money in your pocket. And you need that money in your pocket because you need that in order to invest. But the end goal is to do that over and over and over and over. Reinvest, save the money, invest in assets. And hey, let's be honest, 10 years from now, a property is most likely going to be worth more than it was today. And who knows, you may have an income stream coming in throughout that exact same time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So try to wrap your brains around that before you get started with anything else. Just like, do the transactional work to pay the bills, to make the annual income, and invest in real estate to really make it happen long term.
Hopefully you found this helpful. If you are an agent that knows other agents or brokers or anyone else, and you think this video was valuable to you, and in essence will be valuable to them, please share it with them. We'd certainly appreciate it. Trying to grow the community. I think these tips, along with a lot of others, are super helpful. Until next time, guys.